Take it.
It was about a year ago that you all embarked here on the House side to put together Build Back Better. You all described that whole process as one that was, family growing pains at times. We saw it get done, but we've also seen it dramatically scaled back, including what we saw last week with Manchin saying it's just going to be prescription drugs, it looks like, also expanding the ACA subsidies. And similar things have happened on the USICA, the CHIPS bill. You all trying to beef it up, and it just gets whittled down. And I'm curious how you all, leaders, are trying to make sure that a lot of House Democrats, of course, feel frustrated that that's happened, seeing a lot of things undercut in those ways. How are you all trying to make sure that the perfect isn't the enemy of the good with some people who really may want to vote against these bills because it's not what they initially wanted?
Well, I'll let the other members address it as well, but I'll just simply say, from my standpoint, I think the overwhelming majority of members of the House Democratic Caucus have one standard. It's a meaningfulness standard. Will the legislation that comes before us meaningfully improve the lives of the American people, their health, their safety, their economic well-being? And if in fact the legislation does that, it will have 218 votes. And with respect to whatever comes out of the Senate, in terms of the legislation formerly known as Build Back Better, whatever that legislation looks like, if it in fact lowers healthcare costs that may skyrocket if we don't act in terms of subsidies for the Affordable Care Act, if in fact it works to drive down the high price of life-saving prescription drugs, which affects all Americans, in part by giving the federal government the ability to use its bulk price purchasing power to negotiate lower prices for everyday Americans, I would expect that's legislation that will get the support of the House Democratic Caucus because it will meaningfully improve lives.